excellent play for Devin Man to get now. I'll tell you, Mike Martin, the third base coach for Florida State, who runs their offense, how about running a hit and run on this freshman who's spraying the ball over the place? Usually you want those consummate strike throwers.
Man, I dropped it.
I like it. Try to speed it up on them.
And it would have been hard for Devin Man to turn the double play there, but it maybe helped keep him out of that too.
For sure. Yeah, that's the objective when you do the hit and run a lot of times, is you just want to stay out of the double play.
Now 2 outs for Luke. Down and in, knocked down. Zach Britton will keep it in front.
Just think of it, though, as a hitter's perspective. I mean, every hitter for Florida State knows Bobby Miller has sprayed the baseball all over the place. And then your coach gives you a hit and run. You're thinking, man, I don't know if this guy's going to throw it behind me or down the middle. And I'm supposed to hit and run with that? So good job by Mike Salvatore. And hey, Mike Martin Jr., just to have the courage to call that play, I like it.
The son of the boss has been working for his dad for a lot of years. Jackson Luke takes outside. There's Mike Martin Jr.
No, come on.
Awesome. He runs as good of an offense as anybody in college baseball. Does a fantastic job. Pretty good pedigree.
Two questions seem to loom larger every year. When does Mike hang it up, and who's going to take over when he does? I wonder if it's going to be Mike Martin Jr. Fly ball to left. Snyder has it. That ends the inning. Better inning for Miller.
How does Kind make a great tasting protein bar? We crack some nuts, add rich dark chocolate, spread crunchy peanut butter, and pack in 12 grams of protein and 4 awesome flavors. New Kind protein from real food.
Any comment on the lemons and lime and the ice and crisp and cool and the refreshment and cutting through thirst in tonight's Sprite commercial?
Definitely.
If you have a garden, you know weeds are low-down little scoundrels. Draw the line with Roundup. The Sure Shot wand extends with a protective shield and targets weeds more precisely right down to the root. Roundup, trusted for over 40 years.
Here comes the rain. What's that girl? Paul needs help? Take me to her! Where do we go? Why aren't we taking roads?
Oh, you made it. Do you have change for $1?
This was the emergency? Yes, I was busy.
24-hour roadside assistance from America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
You know, I think you're my best friend. You don't have to say I'm your best friend. That's okay.
The brand new ESPN app. Now with ESPN Plus. ESPN, download now.
Clay Matvick and Mike Rooney back here at the ACC title game, 2-0 Florida State. I guess it's becoming a postseason tradition now for these Louisville Cardinals that they bleach their hair. And I know that they have persuaded Dan McDonald to do it if they make the College World Series again.
Which he did last year. He did the frosted tips, Coach McDonald. Look at how outstanding that is.
Ground ball into right field for Logan Wyatt. The Louisville Cardinals are in business here in the second. First hit off of Andrew Karp for Louisville today.
Neither of these two teams, it looked dire for Louisville early in this game. Neither of these teams are going to panic play. These are elite national programs where if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to do it for 9 innings. They are not going to go away.
Okay, I got both.
Josh Storrs comes up. Team captain, all ACC first teamer. He has reached base in 42 straight. 6 for 13.
Well, the battery pack's fully charged up.
I
know for a fact. I'm getting ready to run
terrific numbers.
Thing outside.
Leading the team in all the Triple Crown categories. He's ahead in the count 2-0.
Baseball's a funny game too. Dan McDonald was dying for Josh Storrs to be their leadoff hitter, and it just wasn't working. And they moved, he's their most dynamic player. He wanted him at the top. They've moved him to the 5-hole, and it has been on fire ever since.
Chops this one down the line, foul. Yeah, he batted first in the first 19 games, and since moving down the order, he's hitting .422 with 40 runs better.
Amazing. That's the thing you learn about making lineups, Clay. I'll give you a rule in life for making baseball lineups.
Wait, let me get my pen ready. Go ahead.
Yeah, it works until it doesn't work anymore.
I knew it was going to be something profound.
So there you go. Words to live by.
Okay, let's check this outside.
Less from the college baseball professor Mike Rooney. In studio. Tomorrow.
Can't wait for that. God, that is a fun day.
3-1 to Stores. Down and away. Walked So a base hit and a walk allowed.
Okay, let's get the truck ready.
10-pitch first inning. And sent down the Cardinals in order 1, 2, 3.
Really, amazing how Bobby Miller had as nightmarish a first inning as you could have. He was dominant in the first, and now he's off to a tough second. And let's That's a lot. You're a true freshman pitching on this stage against this team. To calm yourself down and not be out of this game, that's impressive.
Drew Campbell now. A couple of homers. Scores at first. Now the bases are clogged in front of him. Scores gets hit in 3 stolen bases. This way for a few years, which just kills you.
They recruit athletes on offense, and it leads to good defense, and Dan McDonald likes an up-tempo offense. Dan McDonald is not a station player.
Campbell, well executed. Pushes Wyatt to third, Stories to second. 1 down for Daniel. It's some high fives.
Really, it's not as easy as it looks. Second one.
Yesterday gets hit. However, 51 over the last 33 games with 29 RBIs. Today is Greg Street. Balls and strikes. What I like about Hart's, you just don't see that. Breaking
on that play. You just let yourself get jammed, hit your ground ball, get the RBI. Job done.
Ooh, man, I don't want that happening. I almost forgot the camera.
Boy, they have had so many good players.
This thing is fast when it comes to going real fast like that. I better move the camera out of the way. Almost took out the camera. Okay, let's take it out to the road. It flipped over so I could flip it right back over. Seems like the battery's getting low.
pitch second inning. 32 to get out of the first inning.
Time to drive it in now.
Got to him for 2 runs in the first.
That's why he's trying to go. You see the third baseman's facing.
Come on, fella. Let's go.
Talking about Mike Fox, he hopes his North Carolina Tar Heels are going to be a top 8 national seed, which would mean that they have home field advantage through the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, the regionals and the super regionals. Pitches down and in 2-2. The RPI for North Carolina Roots coming into the day is 8. They're right there on the bubble.
Yeah, it's Florida State, Clemson, and North Carolina all fighting for a top 8 seed.
Check this swing. Did
No
he
big
go?
deal.
Yes. They appealed to the third
Lost
base
some
umpire, Dave
body
Savage.
clip, but no big deal. I'll foul. I got some in my
Second
bag.
strikeout for Bobby Miller.
And a really good change. If you see that ball, just
Oh, right.
no, did he
Thing's probably hot. Let me feel the motor. Oh, fucking.
I mean, that's that can go either way. I always love that if for the umpire they see it in fast motion,
cool,
we
so
see
I
it
don't
in
have to
slow
use that
motion,
one.
and we're still not sure. More than anything, Clay, that's just a really good pitch by Bobby Miller.
Raleigh extended his hitting streak to 15 with that 2-run double last time up.
I'll tell you, Clay, if I was facing Cal Raleigh right now,
Oh, that batter pack is hot.
and you see it right away, first pitch of the at-bat in a big spot, he's going to the other side of the field. I mean, he is locked in every way, shape, and form right
Batter
now.
pack is definitely hot. I mean, the
Run
motor's
ball
hot.
to
The batter
second,
pack's hot.
and that's going to ride up over the shoulder of Devin Mann into short right field. Raleigh will be aboard on the air.
Thing dead. I got love.
It's
I
the
got
5th
charged
error
up
against
in
Louisville here in the
hours.
ACC tournament.
Right fielder number 7, Stephen Wells.
Bobby Miller, look on his face is thinking, man, I almost got Cal Raleigh out. Like, that's not that easy. When you're hot in this game, everything's good. Even the outs are hits, or on base, I should say.
Man on, 1 out for Stephen Wells, who popped up to Miller back in the first inning.
So this is a real important point for Bobby Miller, Clay, because your first inning was a disaster, your second inning was really good, and now some real difficult adversity here in the third. Can you fight through this? In essence, you're going to have to get 4 outs this inning. Can you do it?
Two and 0. We were talking about Joey Bart as the ACC Player of the Year, maybe the number 1 overall pick in the June draft. Everyone thinks it's going to be Casey Mize, though, that I talked to. This inside's going to get all the way to the screen. On to second is Cal Raleigh. Raleigh, though, you got to wonder where he's going to go in the draft. Very dependable, durable. Today is his 184th consecutive start. Switch hitting catchers are rare. And the way this guy plays, someone's going to get a great buy and a catcher.
I'll tell you what I'm hearing from scouts is 2nd round to 4th round. You know, Cal Raleigh's not in one of those elite athletes. He's just an elite baseball player. And sometimes you're drafted on projection, not who you are today. But he has just outperformed the draftness of this whole situation. He's just been so good. So I think he would be a great pick in rounds 2 through 4. What a comeback, too. Cal Raleigh had a really difficult sophomore year, and now he's had a tremendous junior season.
Oh, God, it's hot in here.
They walked him. Stephen Wells is aboard. And that is the 4th walk-along by Bobby Miller. Tonight at 8 Eastern on ESPN2, Sunday Night Baseball. Presented by Taco Bell. It'll be in Chicago for Giants and Cubs, the series finale. Matt, Alex, and Jess are going to be in the crowd sitting with the fans to call the game tonight. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern on Baseball Tonight. Sunday Night Countdown presented by Chevrolet. And both are streaming live on the ESPN app. We could have done that here at Durham Bulls Athletic Park, I guess, if we'd have called ahead and said that's where we want to sit.
That's right. Isn't that a cool idea? Sitting in the stands? I've sat in the stands in Wrigley. That's awesome.
I want to be up over the Blue Monster by Tobacco Road calling this game. That restaurant out there. Drew Mendoza at the plate. Zach Britton has had to slide around back behind the dish to block a lot of balls as you look at the restaurant out there. That would be a great place to call it.
No doubt. This is an awesome park. I'll tell you, those people better be alert because Drew Mendoza's got a chance to hit one up there at him. Put the nachos down for a hitter here.
Mendoza walked his first time up.
Still high.
2 on, 1 out for Florida State, leading 2-1.
That's a good pitch right there. That's where you want to be if you're Bobby Miller. Fastball down and away. If Drew Mendoza wants to hit a single to left field, you'll take that. But nothing soft and up or middle in fastball where he can turn and burn and make this a 5-1 game.
The 1-1 pitch. 2. Mendoza has started every game at third base this year for Florida State. Last year, you'll remember, he was the first baseman. He missed the first 26 games with a thumb injury. Brian Hoeing warming up for Louisville. Base hit to center. Raleigh being waved around. He'll score easily. It scoots away from Josh Stores, who gets it back on the infield. Wells will stop at third. And Florida State now leads it 3-1. As Drew Mendoza delivers his 41st run batted in on the year.
What a beautiful piece of hitting. RBI situation. Your friend is the middle of the field. Mendoza doesn't try to do too much. Takes the fastball away. Hammers it up the middle of the field. Really not throwing Raleigh out anyway on that, but what a great at-bat. And Drew Mendoza starting to put some really nice at-bats together as the Noles head to the deeper into the postseason.
Now Zach Britton is going to jog out to the mound. Maybe a stall tactic here for Louisville.
Well, I think
you see the bullpen. Brian Hoeing has been warming up for some time.